Hey guys, I'm doing another rewatch today. Let's see here. Put it on slow because I want to look at what's going on. So this is a rewatch of last night's tournament game. We've got Tyler as the Persians, myself as the Vikings. We've got Colton as the Spanish, and Nicole as the Malay. On the other side, we have Larry, who I believe he is the Vikings. We've got Spencer, who is the Goths. We have Jono as the Koreans. And we have Joel as the Spanish. We see that there's just under 3 minutes left. So at 3 minutes on any water map, you need to be, as we see, we have Tyler who's building exclusively military ships. We've got Tyler, and let's look at what Joel's doing. Joel has no military ships going on. Let's look at Larry. Larry is building 3 military ships with 2.5 minutes before treaty drop. He has the resources to do this. So when we're talking about at treaty drop, we know that he who wins the water wins the game. This is mismanagement, in my opinion. You need to stop all of this econ and go 1,000% in on owning the water. We see on the other side that like I'm all in on military with 2 minutes left. That's the only thing I'm thinking. Tyler he's sitting here ready to go. You know, we're building castles, which are good defense, but we need ships. At this point in the game, there should be only one thing, and that is military going on. You're waiting too long to build. We've got Nicole and Colton also are building. Spencer has no military ships and no forward water presence. So there was a serious, and he's got gold and wood. Those are the two things you need to win on the water. So if you want to win on the water, you gotta have ships, guys. I think that this game, if these resources were allocated properly, I think that this game goes. I really do. Because you've got to, I mean, look at your economies. Spencer doesn't need another, what is that, almost 30 trade cards. He's already got 55 going. He needs to spend that on military because we're sitting here waiting. Larry has some. Larry does have some. Let's look at... And Larry's starting to build, but it's with 20 seconds left, and we see that all of my ships are here. Oh, okay, there's these. But on the other side, ooh, and I like these demo ships. This is actually a really good move by Joel, because these are going to blow up all of these very quickly. That was a good move by Joel. Blow them up. So treaty is dropped. Let's zoom out a little bit. I want to see what's going on. On the front here, I just ignore this castle and go over here, because if I can keep Larry off the water, and I know this, then we'll establish naval dominance. And this is all of the Navy. There's just not much. And we see Spencer sitting on a mountain. He's sitting on a mountain of stuff. Why aren't all of these kicking out? So, delete all of this. You don't need food at all right now. Delete all of these and be kicking out military stuff. On the other, Larry's got the corner covered, but there's no military. And treaty has dropped. And we know that speed kills in these games. So... And I had a standing navy. Spencer has a standing navy. Or not Spencer, Tyler has a standing navy. And he's just, taking over the side over here. And I do have to applaud Joel on these demo ships are literally the only active water military going on this team right now. That's it. We're gonna go at play speed because I don't want to go too fast. But we've now wiped out Larry's forward, one of these harbors, and Colton's showing up. We're now just clearing house down the edge, and again, is Spencer. So Spencer is now. Let's look at what Spencer's building now. So this needed to happen. All of that needed to happen about 5 minutes ago. Because you want to have a standing army at the drop. And even more so on water maps. It's significantly more important on water maps to have a standing water presence because it's so easy to establish dominance and then not let the other team build up. It's so much easier that way. If I can keep you off the water, then I win. Also, I really enjoyed this. This was really entertaining, and I'm sorry, Larry, because if I was you, I'd have been screaming. I just killed so many villagers in the process of getting this castle up. Oh, that's just great. Oh, that would just drive me insane. So, at this point, Spencer has some fast fire ships, but not many. And there's these guys here, but we need them all right here. This is where I would want everything, because I want to cut off my back end. I want to save that back end from anything. And the guys you need to target are these elite cannon galleons. Problem is these longboats are mean. And by this point, the game's won because we've won this waterfront. And, Larry's not anywhere to be found on the water. We see, I don't know what these guys are doing here. They're just hanging out. They need to get engaged. This is that classic, I'm going to build up on one side. And Joel's still holding off Tyler. Joel's still going over here with these demo ships, which, holy cow, I've never seen them used so effectively. One ship just took out 4. Good on you, Joel. Talk about I didn't want pity points. This isn't pity points, man. You won it, or you didn't win it, but you held so much better than anyone else did. Okay, now we see Tyler's going to start transporting over. I think he transports elephants over. So 2 elephants, okay. Well, we'll do what we'll do. Okay, so now we see that Spencer's shown up. But this is so late in the game. There's just, we were waiting forever. And again, sitting on a mountain. Let's see what's going on with Larry at this point. 15 and 15, man. You've got the resources. Just got to put go back here and build a bunch of harbors and just start cranking them out. Abandon the front. But now even Nicole's shown up at this point. While Jono and God bless you, Jono, but you didn't do much. Yeah, Jono's upgrading land units. And he's got wood and gold, but he needs houses. Jono needs to go build a bunch of houses. Think bigger. Joel is held so well, and now we see Spencer is showing up with galleons. A fun fact, Spencer, for the future when thinking water maps, the Goths are not your water civ that you want. If you want someone similar to the Goths, the Malay are like the Goths, only better. So, all right, Tyler's now brought over a bunch of elephants. We've essentially wiped Larry off the front, and we're starting to take out these forward castles. And yeah, it's just kind of getting wrecked. Water dominance. So Larry is prepping to build his docks. But we're just going to hold over here and let it all happen. So at this point, Spencer's shown up and kind of given Tyler some trouble, which is good. We needed this. And Tyler's dropped, it's 5 elephants. It's not a mountain of elephants, but 5 battle elephants. Oh, no, he's got another. So Tyler has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got like 10 elephants. Actually, it would select all of the war elephants instead of just the ones I'm clicking on. So, all right, let's see. A mountain of resources that just can't get put to use. I would be moving these farther back, but building them is huge. It's so very, very, very huge. But it needed to happen, 10, 15 minutes ago. Because once you can't build, and that's the issue with water maps. Because we're not even trying to put anything on land. I'm not even thinking about it. All I want is to own the water. While Nicole has gone around the edge here. On the other side, Tyler has just kind of settled with it. He just wants right here so that he can land troops and drop them. That's all he's doing. And it looks like you guys got Tyler off of your mainland. I agree that when you guys quit, the game was essentially over. It was going to be a slow bleed at that point. This was Larry's one hope, was keeping this castle alive, I believe. I think we take that out pretty quickly. So there's a couple of elephants in here. Not a mountain of them, but, that's all it takes is a couple. And Joel, hats off to you, man. Your stuff is still on the water. Part of that is Tyler isn't targeting it, and it looks like he's about to start targeting it. Boom. Now, I need to use those units more. Those demo ships are so good. There's a book out of Austin's, man, with the demo ships. I never use those. And now Larry's finally making stuff, but it's right here. So what I was saying is if you build it back here, it's a little more protected. And now Jono's making turtle ships. These need to be immediately put to use, and not like up in the front, but you need them to help defend these a little bit. But, they're going to die this way. We're at critical mass and y'all aren't. But Joel was done. Wasn't going to deal with another load of elephants. We'll kick it into high gear here. But I really think that this game was lost at treaty drop, and I think that this game was closer than people thought it was. Both teams had the econs. It was a matter of building units. That's really what it was. It was at treaty drop, one team had been building military for about 5 minutes longer than the other team. And that's where the game goes. So, these turtle ships are so cool. But that's my big reason why the Koreans suck on, when compared to the Vikings are so fast. Like, the turtle ships are a better unit. Pound for pound, turtle ships win. But they're, They're expensive to build, and so it's rare that you'll have them. See, like, you just had demo ships just running and didn't even phase them. But it is what it is. Again, GG, guys. It all happened right here when we knocked Larry off, and Spencer didn't have water right here. Spencer needed to have water right here, or Spencer needed to be strong over here. Spencer really needed to be either over here or over here. Joel deserves a standing ovation for holding up against Tyler. He's our highest rated player in this tournament, and with good reason. He was sitting at pop cap before Turkey Drop. I think he was the only person. Well, Larry, I think, was at pop cap with economy, but not with military. He likes to delete people or let them die. I don't know. It was like they were kind of playing a land map, but Team Islands isn't a land map; it's a water map. And so that's my personal take on that. I feel bad for this team because econ wise, y'all were there. I mean, look, at the end of the game, Larry's sitting on 18,000 gold and 16,000 wood. He couldn't utilize it because we established water dominance, and that's the big issue there. But same with Spencer was very similar in that, he had tons of resources that he was just letting chill there. Like, what it does you no good in your bank account. I'm always trying to spend as much as I can, and maybe we were just better. I know that that's an argument that I've been hearing is, Tyler, the Idaho is just a better team. But I don't think that what happened last night was super lopsided totally in the effect that all it took was build the stuff. You have the money to do it. You just got to build it. They weren't faster econ wise. Larry was going toe to toe with. He was a little behind Tyler on econ, but he was ahead of me on econ. So, either way, GG, guys. In the future, we're going to ask that Nicole not play on Team Idaho. I think that they're strong enough without her. They already beat Austin's team without Nicole. They don't need a buff. I don't like that whole situation just in general. I think that, because we added a team on Taylor's team, that Idaho is deserving of another team. But, obviously after last night's game, because we steamrolled, and Nicole played significantly better than Jono did, and that would be the role that Nicole would have taken, was the same role that Jono has taken. So I think that, Nicole is obviously a cut above, and so it's probably not appropriate for her to play on those teams. It does make teams a little lopsided. But I don't think that, with or without Nicole, I think that this game would have gone the way it did because we had military at the break. So, GG, guys. Until next time, Captain Firemaid. Actually, I guess we gotta look at stats, don't we? Okay, so I had the best economy? I don't believe that. What is this? I didn't win a single thing. I don't know what they're talking about. Best economy. There's no reason that I have best economy. Larry has 20,000 more food. I barely had 6,000. This is a freaking joke. Tanner did not have the best economy. That's a lie. There's nowhere that oh my gosh, this is a freaking joke. I sent tribute. But so did Larry. Why doesn't Larry have best tribute? This is a freaking joke. I don't trust that score. That's a lie. So Tyler killed the most. I was second most. Colton did a great job of just kind of doing what, in that fight, I kept saying, Colton killed that building. Colton killed that building. And Colton had the long range bombards and really did a good job of just kind of doing what he's told. It was very good. When we look at technology, Tyler cooking. Holy cow, that Imperial Age was big. And if you guys do your own personal rewatches, Tyler did, he was rocking, not harbors, whatever they're called, shipyards, early on in the game, really early on. And so that was popping him up higher and faster. Don't go feudal early. Prepare your Dark Age so that it will slingshot you into your Castle Age. That's my recommendation. I had a slow Castle Age. Holy cow. 1905. Maybe that's what I've been doing lately. I think I've been doing a slower feudal so that I can do a more efficient castle, because I really like having a really efficient castle. I've found that I'd rather wait an extra minute in the Dark Age and build an extra 3 villagers, because that equals more town centers once I go castle. Because I don't like hitting castle and then waiting for food, or waiting for wood, or waiting for whatever it is. I'd rather get those extra 3-4 villagers and do that. But, it definitely doesn't work in non-treaty games. So, we got our funky game system. So everyone went Imperial. Jono waited a while, but that's to be surprised. When you look at these times compared to Nicole's times, that's why Nicole's not appropriate in this tournament. Right there. Joel waited a while I guess 40 minutes isn't too bad. That's fine. So, either way, a lot of you guys I'm very proud of. Gotta have those militaries. All right, adios.